Have you ever noticed similarities between an organized religion and Scrum? I have, and I'm going to share my insights on this topic in this video. But first off, I need to mention that I have no issues against religion. In fact, my faith has been an uplifting theme throughout my life. I enjoyed religion and its traditions, and maybe that's why I also see the ugly sides. And some of those I recognize too much in the Agile community, and I need to share that. I need to talk about that. I apologize to those who might take offense, although I hope that you understand that I'm just trying to be entertaining here. Scrum was founded by two arch-founders, the fathers, conceived their doctrine, the Scrum Guide, and passed it down through Scrum Alliance. Unfortunately, these two founders ran into some theological and personal differences, and one of them broke out and founded his own church, Scrum.org. Agile is God's message, and Scrum is the church, and there's two churches, Scrum Alliance and Scrum.org. Like the Catholic Church, Scrum Alliance took a more practical approach to understanding this holy text through rituals, through practices. Want to join this church? You need to go through some theological classes given by anointed teachers. There's also different levels to this understanding of this holy text. And don't forget the vows. Every single year you need to renew your vows, obviously together with financially supporting the church. Now the other church, Scrum.org, I would say similar to the Protestant church, took a more intellectual approach. Forget about the rituals, forget about the practices. Let's focus on these abstract principles and intellectual debates, especially among its followers. If you want to join this church, you just need to read this holy text, the Scrum Guide, and you will be assessed on it. If you pass the assessment, you can join this holy church. You don't even need to take any vows. You don't even need to renew your vows. A simple financial contribution to the church is enough. And there's also prayers. Prayers have a sentimental value in most religions, and prayers are done religiously by individuals following different churches. And the same thing for these two churches, Scrum Alliance and Scrum.org. The first prayer, even before doing the first prayer, you need to prepare, and this preparation is called the backlog refinement. Usually 10% of the capacity of people go into this backlog refinement. The capacity of the sprint, 10% goes into the backlog refinement, and the goal of the backlog refinement is to get priority items that will maximize value for the customer ready for the first prayer, which is the sprint planning. The sprint planning is the start of a holy period, which usually lasts 1 week to 4 weeks. Most people do it for 2 weeks, where the team will work together to accomplish a goal together, and the sprint planning is used to prepare for that. Two central questions need to be asked in the sprint planning: what needs to be done and how we will do it. The whole team should join this planning session, and together we'll make a commitment on a list of things that we'll do together, how we'll do it, and what goal we want to achieve by the end of this holy period. The next prayer, the daily Scrum, should be done every single day, same place, same time. Everyone can join this prayer, but only people with Scrum roles can participate in this prayer. The prayer shouldn't last more than 15 minutes, so people should focus on the goal of this prayer. How can we work together to get closer to the sprint goal? And obviously, like many prayers, there's a way to do it. Most people recommend that we answer 3 questions. What did I do yesterday to make progress towards the sprint goal? What will I do today to make progress towards the sprint goal? Anything blocking me, preventing me from making progress towards the sprint goal today? Any issue I want to raise? The next prayer is done once every holy period, usually lasts 2 hours for a holy period of 2 weeks. The product owner owns this prayer. Many people are invited, stakeholders, clients, managers, directors. Everyone can join this prayer to see progress, what was accomplished by the team in the last sprint or holy period. What did we do well? What didn't go so well? What did we produce? What was the increment that we built as a team? It's usually a discussion, but also a demo showing exactly what we built during these 2 weeks. Done things that we got done during these 2 weeks to get feedback from these stakeholders. And the last prayer, the sprint retrospective, also done once every sprint or once every holy period. Everyone in the team is invited to this event, and the goal of this event, the outcome we want to achieve, is how can we improve in future sprints. We need to celebrate our wins, what went well, but also talk about things that didn't go so well. What can we start doing What can we stop doing? What can we continue doing in order to improve, get better in future sprints? This prayer usually lasts 1 hour and 30 minutes for a 2-week sprint. Just like regular prayers which are done religiously by individuals, the Scrum prayers also need to be done religiously. They bring good fortune and greatly increase the chance of us maximizing value for our customers, for our stakeholders, and meeting the goal that we set in the beginning of the holy period. Sin is also present in the Scrum religion, and sin starts with your feeling, the feeling that you're drifting away during the daily scrums, the daily prayer, while everyone is sharing what they did yesterday, what they will do today, and you're drifting away. You're not focusing. You're not working together. You're not collaborating with your colleagues. During estimation sessions, you don't like planning poker. You don't feel that people should have equal votes. You feel that you're more experienced and you should have additional votes. People should be listening to you. But other events, the sprint retrospective, every single sprint, you need to talk about improvement items you don't want to share. You're not comfortable sharing how you feel. You couldn't be bothered thinking about improvement items, how to improve in future sprints. All these sins. But don't worry, you can cleanse yourself, clean yourself from this sin and try to stop being a sinner in the future. And this is usually done through a process of one-to-one confessions with your Scrum Master. And the Scrum Master will guide you, will coach you, mentor you, help you to follow the right path, follow the holy text, the Scrum Guide, and accept the message from God, the Agile Manifesto, Agile principles and values. Again, I apologize if this video offended you, but I hope that you understand that I was just trying to be funny and entertaining here. But it's not all fun and games like many religions, doctrines, which have a tendency of creating a theme. It's all about us versus them. Same thing for Agile, same thing for Scrum. Our religion is better than yours. And think about it. What religion are we up against? What religion are we fighting? The waterfall model, waterfall project management. There's 2 churches, Scrum Alliance, Scrum.org, but we are fighting a single religion. These are sinners, fake religion, and we need to fight them. But it's not always us versus them. Sometimes it's us versus us. Scrum.org, Scrum Alliance, different ways of joining these 2 churches. In one, you need to go through some courses, do a financial contribution to the church, and renew your vows. The other, just read the holy text, make a financial contribution, and you just joined. And these 2 churches, very passionate followers, which are usually fighting against each other, trying to preach what they understand from the holy text, and sometimes they understand different things. Again, us versus them, but inside the same religion, which I don't feel is healthy in the long run. Which brings me to my next point. If you want more tips, insights on Agile Scrum personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now, and I'll see you in a few seconds.